Welcome to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mission morning class. Divya Shakti here, and today we will honor Prabhu, not now. Today we will honor Varaha Dev because we didn't read about him yesterday, so we'll read about him today, and then we'll read about Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Start with Vandanam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunathatam Tam Sajevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Mahavadanaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Tivishe Namaha Vrindaye Tulasi Devi Priyaye Kesavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pari Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Gurudeva Ki Jai Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. So today, I forgot my phone because I was going to read from the Mott website about Lord Varaha Dev. So let's see here. It's an excerpt. Sri Sri Lakshmi Varaha Dev, because we have a deity of Varaha Dev in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. So it's kind of nice to read about that, how he came to our Mat, and to read about his pastimes today. So I thought it would be kind of cool. It's an excerpt from Golden Reflections by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj in relation to Sri Varaha Dev on the altar here at Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Navadvip. So, yay, let's see if I can get it to be wider. When the ground floor of the temple was completed, I guess it'll say the year to Lakshmi Varaha Dev's arrival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Navadvip. When the ground floor of the temple was completed, the Kola Dweep Adhipati, the master of Kola Dweep, Lakshmi Varaha Dev, in the form of Shalagram Shila Deity, came here gradually. By his wish, he was living like a king in a Brahmana's house, from where he came here through Jaya Maharaj and Goswami Maharaj. When he first arrived, we did not know what type of Shalagram Shila had come, but under instruction from Srila Guru Maharaj, I searched the Garuda Purana to identify the name of the Shalagram Shila according to his markings. From that, I considered him to be Lakshmi Varaha Dev. In order to double-check my conclusions, Srila Guru Maharaj wrote a letter to the Brahmana who had been caring for him. He replied, confirming the Shalagram Shila to indeed be Lakshmi Varaha Dev. He also mentioned in his reply that if a Brahmana brahmachari will serve him, then he will be very happy. Hearing this, Srila Guru Maharaj told me, arrange for Lakshmi Varaha to have special sweet rice, paramana, every day. In that way, he will be happy and the mat will be very peaceful. Since that day, a Brahmana brahmachari has always been doing his worship and daily offering paramana, sweet rice. Srila Guru Maharaj saw Navadvip Dham as Aparad Bhanjan Pat and Koladvip as the Kshetra, the land of Lakshmi Varahadev. Kola means Varahadev. Srila Guru Maharaj, with his transcendental vision, has seen that it is actually here. We consider that what is manifesting is in Koladvip, and by devotional service, it is becoming revealed gradually. So that's a little excerpt about Varahadev, how he came to the mat. And also, we have, that was from Golden Reflections. And then we have Sri Varahadev's Holy Appearance. And this was done by Parama Bhakti. She did it for the children. And it's kind of sweet. So I'm going to read it. It's not very long, but it's very beautiful because we want to pray to Lord Varahadev and give him some honor. So, okay, here it is. Let's see if it's here. Is it here? Hold on. Here it is. Lord Varaha. The page was prepared for the devotee children in Holland and for the World Wide Web by Parama Bhakti Dasi on the occasion of Lord Varaha's appearance day, the 20th of February 2005. Okay, so she's telling the story here. Once, long ago, there lived a demon named Hiranyaksha. He was a younger brother of Hiranyakashipu, and he caused the earth to fall more and more in the water at the bottom of the universe. Lord Brahma, who created the universe, felt helpless. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he went to Lord Vishnu and took shelter of him. When Lord Brahma was still meditating, a tiny boar appeared out of his nostril. He was as small as the tip of his nose. The little boar grew and grew until he filled up the entire universe with his giant body. He roared and roared tremendously. All the demigods and saints were very terrified and very astonished. Lord Brahma said, I wonder who this is. I think it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He appeared to us in a fantastic way. The sound of his roar was so sweet and caused everyone's problems to disappear. Lord Brahma, Swayambhuva Manu, and other sages who lived on different planets like Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka all chanted special Vedic mantras to please the Lord. Lord Vishnu had came to save the earth from the destruction. Before the Lord entered the water, he rose to the sky, and he lashed his tail. The Lord's hairs rose on his shoulders, and he kicked the clouds so they scattered. He looked more than beautiful, more radiant than millions of suns, with his shining tusk. He was Lord Hari, Lord Vishnu, and this was his Leela, his divine play. Lord Varaha jumped into the Ratsatala ocean to pick up the planet Earth. The ocean prayed unto Lord Varaha, O Supreme Lord, please protect me. The Lord then lifted up the earth out of the water with its tusk, and he set the earth on top of the surface where it floated. Meanwhile, the demon Hiranyaksha attacked the Lord with a giant club and other weapons. Lord Varaha killed the demon in the water just like a crocodile kills an elephant. That reminds me of Gajendra, but that didn't happen. The Lord's face and body were red with the demon's blood. The saints and Lord Brahma all said special prayers to please Lord Varaha. The Lord was very happy. Lord Varaha Dev Ki Jai. And then it says here, the Lord with his unlimited powers took the form of a boar in order to save the earth from destruction, and he pierced the demon Hiranyaksha with his tusk. So that's a very simple description of Lord Varahadev, and you can check in the Srimad Bhagavatam and read about his pastimes. So, you have any questions? Okay. So now I will read about the appearance day of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, for it is tomorrow. And I will read from the Nectarine Glories of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Mahimamritam. This is a book compiled by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj. And I read a little bit of the beginning the other day, and now we will read about the 10 prayers glorifying Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And the thing is, this was Sanskrit, written in Sanskrit by Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. And so he wrote these prayers, and then Gurudev is writing a little explanation of the prayers. I will read the explanation, but I will not chant all of the Sanskrit because it's very difficult for me. Okay. Shima Nityananda Dvadashakam. Oh, my heart. Actually, we'll read this prayer first. Patita Pavana Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Shri Nityananda Chandram Patita Sharanam Dam Goradam Tam Bhajeham. I worship and adore with all my heart the gracious giver of Sri Gora, the benevolent bestower of divine shelter to the fallen souls, Sri Nityananda Chandra. First verse. O my heart, please eternally serve the lotus feet of that beautiful Sri Nityananda Chandra who gives us Gaura Krishna. It is he, Nityananda Prabhu, who, in the form of Anantadev, perpetually performs Harinam Kirtan with infinite mouths. He perpetually holds on his head the earth planet like an insignificant speck of dust, and he performs the divine service of his all-in-all Krishna. I'll read that again. He perpetually holds on his head the earth planet like an insignificant speck of dust, and he performs the divine service of his all-in-all Krishna as Sheshadev Ananta, taking the forms of the Lord's paraphernalia, such as umbrella, bed, seat, and clothing. That's why we give honor to all the articles that are being used in the service of the Lord, because it's a representative of Lord Nityananda. O my heart, you please eternally serve Sri Nityananda Chandra, who gives us Gaura Krishna. He maintains the entire universe in his expansion of Shirodakshai Vishnu, residing in the hearts of all living beings. His glories are sung by the Vedic hymns as the Garbhodakshai Vishnu of thousands and thousands of heads, Sahasra Shisha Purushaha. Within his womb, Garbha, unlimited universes are situated. He is the master of the Lord of material nature, Karanodakshai Vishnu, in whose womb unlimited universes are situated, and by whom the entire multitude of jiva souls are sheltered. I know those itches. Excuse me. Verse 3. O my heart, please eternally render divine service to that gracious, giver of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. In the great transcendental kingdom of Paravyoma Vaikuntha, he expands into the form of Sankarshan of the first quadruple expansion, in which form he ever expands the ecstasy of the divine pastimes of Shri Hari in the conscious plane of pure existence, Shuddha Sattva. Within the jivas, he presides as the ego, and sometimes he shows his divine pastimes just like an ordinary jiva. Besides as the ego, the real ego, I'm sure. Verse 4. O heart, please constantly serve the dust of the lotus feet of the gracious bestower of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. It is he who presides in all his glory in Dwarka with his transcendental associates as the original all-attractive personality, Mula Sankarshan. Above the plain, in Mathura, he enjoys his pastimes in the form as Prabhava Vilas, and in Vrajapur he is known as Balaram, the ultimate source of all incarnations, and he sportively plays with his younger brother, his all in all, Shri Krishna. Text 5. My dear heart, please eternally worship that gracious giver of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. It is he who bestows upon us pure, unalloyed, divine love for the Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Prem, composed of the most supreme and intense ecstasy. The love that he distributes carries an inconceivable import. It is of such ecstasy that the sadhus, who may experience only a hint of its fragrance, hatefully cast away all thought of liberation in the one, as propounded in the Vedas. Furthermore, his avatars, who bestow the divine love of service in the transcendental majesty of Vaikuntha, are but expansions of his expansion. Text 6. O my dear heart, please serve forever the lotus feet of that glorious giver of Gaura Krishna, who is known as Sri Nityananda Chandra. When Lord Nityananda Prabhu was a small boy, he performed supremely sweet and charming pastimes in the village of Ekachakra, invoking the deepest heartfelt happiness in his mother, father, relatives, and close friends. And later, after a sannyasi, who we think was Madhavendra Puri, arrived at the house of young Nityananda and prayed to Hadai Pandit for his son, Lord Nityananda was placed in the hands of the traveling sadhu and wandered throughout the length and breadth of India, visiting sacred places of pilgrimage. That's such a beautiful pastime. It's a very heavy pastime because Hadai Pandit, he was so disturbed by this sannyasi taking away Nityananda, from the household, and he suffered for that because he was so attached and in love with his son. Can read about that later, I'm sure we will. Number 7. Dear heart, please eternally serve the lotus feet of that wonderful Sri Nityananda Chandra, who is the giver of Gaura Krishna. While wandering throughout the holy places, his heart was taken over with ecstasy by the association of the crown jewel of sannyasins, Srila Madhavendra Puri, and he came to Gauradham, the holy abode of Sri Gauranga. There he waited at the house of Nandacharya for the self-revelation of the Golden Lord Gaurasunda's divine pastimes with his associates, headed by Srivas Thakur. That was really beautiful when they met. So that's what that verse is, I believe, is talking about. Number 8. My heart, please constantly give thyself to the divine service of that gracious bestower of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. It was he who received the divine instruction from Gaura Chandra to deliver all souls by bestowing love through the holy name. Showing the the extremity of his divine love, he delivered those two fallen wine-drinking brahmanas, Jagai and Madai, ruined by the degraded, inauspicious nature of Kali Yuga, even after they had attacked him and blood was oozing from his body. The mercy of Lord Nityananda is inconceivable, actually. Number 9. Please worship eternally, dear heart, that gracious bestower of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ordered all his beloved followers to accept with worshipable reverence any small piece of the kopin loincloth of Nityananda Prabhu, the topmost of personalities above all social norms and strictures. Avadut. Even if he is seen to touch an immoral drunken woman or Yavani, he is nonetheless worshipable by all the gods headed by Brahma, and he is the beloved leader among those exalted devotees who lovingly captivate the heart of Sri Chaitanya Dev. Number 10. O my heart, please eternally render divine service unto that bestower of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. Sri Gaura Chandra manifested his sannyas lila for the purpose of delivering the persons of warped logic deviated by exploitation and renunciation, karma and jnana. He delivered them by making them all chant the holy name of Krishna. After Mahaprabhu's acceptance of sannyas, Nityananda Prabhu followed him faithfully like a shadow wherever he went, over land, jungle, and swamp. Nityananda Prabhu is the fulfiller of the heart's wishes of Sri Gaurachandra. Number 11. Day and night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was intoxicated, tasting the sweetest love divine in the deep heart of Srimati Radharani. In that condition, he instructed Nityananda Prabhu and his associates to distribute the holy name of Krishna, Shri Krishna Nam. But Sri Nityananda Prabhu then went to Gaudadesh and profusely distributed the priceless treasure of the true devotees, the holy name of Sri Gaura, Shri Gaura Nam. Oh, my dear heart, please give yourself in service forever until that gracious benefactor of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. 12. Dear Lord, O Nityananda Prabhu, Emperor of the Associates of Sriman Mahaprabhu, graciously grant this fallen soul firm and faithful devotion for Sri Gauranga, the supreme embodiment of the taste of the sweet nectar of the ecstasy of Shri Radha Krishna's pastimes. By neglecting the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, all sadhana, all bhajan, spiritual practices, services, or worship become an illusion, just like a dream. I worship and adore with all my heart that gracious giver of Sri Gaura, the benevolent bestower of his shelter to the fallen souls, Sri Nityananda Chandra. And who is Nityananda Prabhu? Sri Gurudev. So the next one is called The Divine Pastimes of Sri Nityananda Chandra, compiled from lectures of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. And these are also really, I was thinking, a very beautiful book, and depicting the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu and Ekachakradam. Compiled from lectures of His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, composed a Sanskrit poem glorifying Sri Nityananda Prabhu called the Sriman Nityananda Dvadasi. Within that composition, Srila Guru Maharaj gave his explanation about the transcendental personal identity of Nityananda Prabhu, and not with one sloka, but 4 slokas of explanation. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami glorified Nityananda Prabhu in the beginning of his Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and all the slokas he wrote referred to Nityananda Prabhu's existence above the mundane manifestation in the Paravyomadam, the spiritual world. I was surprised that Srila Guru Maharaj began his explanation about Nityananda Prabhu in that way with this sloka. O my heart, please eternally serve the lotus feet of that beautiful Sri Nityananda Chandra who gives us Gaura Krishna. It is he, Nityananda Prabhu, who in the form of Anantadev perpetually performs Harinam, Kirtan, with infinite mouths. He perpetually holds on his head the earth planet like an insignificant speck of dust, and he performs the divine service of his all-in-all Krishna as Sheshadev Ananta, taking the forms of the Lord's paraphernalia such as the umbrella, bed, seat, and clothing. Srila Guru Maharaj started with this sloka because he was following the main directives of the previous acharyas, from Vrindavan Das Thakur to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to Srila Guru Maharaj. We are seeing the line of progress and the speciality of Srila Guru Maharaj. His second sloka is above Brahmaloka. O my heart, you please eternally serve Sri Nityananda Chandra, who gives us Gaura Krishna. He maintains the entire universe in his expansion of Kshirodakshai Vishnu, residing in the hearts of all living beings. His glories are sung by the Vedic hymns as the Garbhodakshai Vishnu of thousands and thousands of heads. Sahasrashirsha Purushaha. Within his womb, Garbha, unlimited universes are situated. He is the master of the Lord of material nature, Karanodakshai Vishnu, in whose womb unlimited universes are situated, and by whom the entire multitude of jiva souls are sheltered. O my heart, please eternally render divine service to that gracious giver of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. In the great transcendental kingdom, Paravyoma Vaikuntha, he expands into the form of Sankarshan, of the first quadruple expansion, in which form he ever expands the ecstasy of the divine pastimes of Sri Hari in the conscious plane of pure existence, Shuddha Sattva. Within the jivas, he presides as the ego, and sometimes he shows his divine pastimes, just like an ordinary jiva. We just read that one too. The kind of presentation we see in the style of Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, this kind of presentation we see in the style of Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Kaviraj Goswami composed 5 slokas in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita about Nityananda Prabhu's identity and divine manifestation as Mula Sankarshan. As Mula Sankarshan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead's second expansion. And why is it? Because he had felt the divine form of Nityananda Prabhu. He and Vrindavan Das Thakur have tried to give us feelings, transcendental feelings, about Nityananda Prabhu's superposition. Before we hear about Nityananda Prabhu's activities, we shouldn't feel anything mundane about Nityananda Prabhu. His character is composed within Goloka Vrindavan of Paravyom Dham, within the highest aspect of the spiritual world. He is actually the origin, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, coming down, 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 all the way to the form of Kshirodakshai Vishnu in the heart. The Supreme Soul living inside of everything in the material universe. But Nityananda Prabhu is a non-different form of Sri Balaram, of Goloka Vrindavan, and Mula Sankarshan of Vaikuntha. Srila Guru Maharaj and the Acharyas want to give this consciousness to the conditioned souls to protect them from making any atmosphere of mundanity. Srila Guru Maharaj continued, "My dear heart, please eternally worship that gracious giver of Gaura Krishna, Sri Nityananda Chandra. It is he who bestows upon us pure, unalloyed, divine love for the Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna Prema, composed of the most supreme and intense ecstasy. The love that he distributes carries an inconceivable import. It is of such ecstasy that the sadhus, who may experience only a hint of its fragrance, hatefully cast away all thought of liberation in the one, as propounded in the Vedas. Furthermore, his avatars who bestow the divine love of service in the transcendental majesty of Vaikuntha are but expansions of his expansion. By the mercy of that Nityananda Prabhu, we can very easily get that Krishna Prema, which gives us all transcendental happiness, joyfulness, and ecstasy, everything. Wherever there is a little bit of that Krishna Prema, all the wealth of the transcendental world appears." Prabhu, you have any questions? I can try to refer to some answers. I have nothing on my own, only from Gurudev and Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, if I can remember. So, these are really beautiful pastimes of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and it's amazing. The thing that I just wanted to mention when it says he is, it's the ego, the true ego of the conditioned souls that he is representing. So, the next part of this, do you want to hear more? Of course. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, the pastimes of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So the next chapter is 2 Prabhus and 1 Mahaprabhu. In the scriptures, it is written, Eka Mahaprabhu Ara Prabhu Dui Jana, Dui Prabhu Seva Mahaprabhura Charana. From Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, 7th chapter, 14th verse. There is one Mahaprabhu. He is the famous Sri Gauranga Sundar of Sri Navadvip Dham, who later became known as Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Advaita Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are both are Prabhu, master, but Mahaprabhu is Mahaprabhu, the supreme master. Both Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu very happily served Mahaprabhu and spread his conception of Krishna consciousness throughout the universe during their divine pastimes. Advaita Prabhu prayed constantly with tears, Ganges water, and tulsi leaves for Lord Krishna to appear and rescue the fallen souls of Kali Yuga, and Mahaprabhu appeared in answer to his prayer. So Mahaprabhu appeared by the grace of Advaita Prabhu. But before Mahaprabhu appeared, Nityananda Prabhu also appeared and made all the arrangements for rescuing the jiva souls of this world. Young Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu was born in Radhadesh near Burdwan in the Birbhum district of Bengal in the village of Ekachakra. Later that village became known as Garbhavas, and at present is very famously known as Virachandrapur. Virachandra Prabhu was the son of Nityananda Prabhu, and to honor his name, the village is famous as Virachandrapur. Gauranga Mahaprabhu also went there, so everyone worships that place. There, Nityananda Prabhu took birth as the only son of his mother Padmavati Devi and his father Haidai Pandit Ojaha. After Nityananda Prabhu had taken birth, all auspiciousness came to Radhadesh. It was enriched so much with Krishna Bhakti. He grew up there with the children of the village, and his pastimes were all very miraculous. All the children of Ekachakra would play with Nityananda Prabhu, but he would only play Krishna Leela. Just like Balaram played as a child in Vrindavan, Nityananda Prabhu's childhood very similarly happened in Radhadesh, as he enacted so many pastimes of Krishna Leela with the other children of the village. Many wonderful descriptions of that have been given in the scriptures. Taken by a sannyasi. Okay. When Nityananda Prabhu was just 12 years old, a sannyasi came to his father's house. As soon as the sannyasi saw young Nityananda, he immediately understood that he was not an ordinary boy and felt he could not leave Nityananda Prabhu's association. The sannyasi fainted to see Nityananda Prabhu and finally asked his father, Hadai Pandit, I am going to many village places. I am going to many pilgrimage places, and it is my prayer that you give this boy to me as an associate servitor. Hearing this was like a thunderbolt to Hadai Pandit. Hadai Pandit was beside himself to hear that, and he fainted. Nityananda Prabhu was the very joy of his life. But at that time, religion was very strong within the mind of everyone. It was a custom that if any sannyasi, especially any Vaishnav sannyasi, wants anything, one's son or even one's own life or anything, the people are giving everything to that sannyasi. Nityananda Prabhu was more than life to Hadai Pandit, but that was the custom. Hadai Pandit felt he could never leave his only son, Nityananda, but he also felt he could not say no. I cannot leave Nityananda. So finally he considered, the sannyasi has prayed and we must fulfill his desire. He could not deny the sannyasi's demand, and finally he gave Nityananda Prabhu to that sannyasi. After giving away Nityananda, Hadai Pandit was like a pagal man. Loki bale hado oj ha haila pagala. He became half mad in separation, and Mother Padmavati fainted, but still they gave away Nityananda Prabhu. In this way, Nityananda Prabhu left his house when he was 12 years old. His pastimes were miraculous, and he was an avadut from childhood. He did not care. He went with that sannyasi and toured the whole of India. Some say that sannyasi was Madhavendra Puri, and some say he was another sannyasi. But it is certain that later Nityananda met Madhavendra Puri in the pilgrimage places. It is not clear who the sannyasi was, but no doubt he was a great personality, and Nityananda Prabhu served him. We think it was Madhavendra Puri, but later we know that Nityananda Prabhu and Madhavendra Puri could understand each other easily, and Madhavendra Puri accepted Nityananda Prabhu by divine will as his disciple. So, I still have a little bit more time. So I'll read just a couple of more. Is that good, Prabhu? Yep. Where is Krishna? I'm sure when Sudarshan and Rai Kishori come tomorrow, they'll have a whole thing to say in different readings, and they will be singing so many songs and talking about all the kirtans. And we will be singing so many songs of the parampara and everything. So I just thought I'd take advantage of reading this so that we can meditate on this holy day tomorrow. Where is Krishna? Meeting Madhavendra Puri was a turning point in Nityananda Prabhu's life, and after that he went to so many pilgrimage places. He saw all the pilgrimage places in the ecstasy of Krishna Prema. Everywhere he went, he gave Krishna Prema, but he himself was hiding. Jai Shri Shri Gaurachandra Ju, Giriraj Ju Ki Jai. Everywhere he went, he gave Krishna Prema, but he himself was hiding. Nityananda Prabhu was perhaps 1 year senior in age to Mahaprabhu, and before joining in Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Nityananda Prabhu did not reveal much of his actual nature. He was always thinking himself to be Balaram, and his activities were like that. I'll just read that again. It's so sweet. I'll start quite a few sentences about. Everywhere he went, he gave Krishna Prema, but he himself was hiding. Nityananda Prabhu was perhaps 1 year senior in age to Mahaprabhu, and before joining in Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Nityananda Prabhu did not reveal much of his actual nature, but he was always thinking himself to be Balaram, and his activities were like that. He was not hiding that. Finally, he went to Vrindavan, where he searched, "Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna?" He asked the Brajabasis where he could find Krishna, and Krishna himself, in the form of a human, came to him and said, "I am not here. I have now appeared in a household in Navadvip." Then clearly the feelings manifested within the heart of Nityananda Prabhu. Now my time has come to join Chaitanya Dev, Nimai Pandit in Navadvip Dham. He knew that Nimai Pandit was really Krishna himself. The Avadut. When Sripad Nityananda Prabhu first came to Navadvip Dham, no one could understand who he was or where he had come from. No one could say whether he was a brahmachari, a grihasta, a vanaprast, or a sannyas. People saw all these forms in him. At that time, many people came to criticize Nityananda Prabhu's divine character because he lived under no rules or regulations. This chapter is called the Avadut. Actually, Nityananda Prabhu's nature was to be an Avadut. The ordinary ideal of an Avadut has been given in the Vaishnava Tantra. Antaha Shaktaha Bahi Shaivaha Sabhayam Vaishnavo Mattaha Nana Veshadara Kola Vicharanti Mahitale. He appears to be internally like a Shakta, a worshipper of material energy. Externally, he appears like a follower of Lord Shiva, but still participates in the assemblies of Vaishnavas and seems to appreciate Vaishnava thought. He does not care for any particular dress or follow any rules or regulations, and he wanders throughout the world. That's the translation of that verse. But Nityananda Prabhu was fully transcendental and should never be confused with anyone mundane. His nature as an Avadut can be understood in this way. In his heart, Antaha is playing Radha Krishna, Shuddha Shaktaha, and his form externally, Bahi, is like Lord Shiva, Shaivaha. When he joins an assembly, his mentality is fully that of a Vaishnava. When he is traveling, sometimes he wears cloth. Sometimes he wears no cloth. Sometimes he wears many gold ornaments, jewels, and rich garments. And sometimes he wears sannyasi dress. Really, Avadut means one who is self-controlled, who is not controlled by scriptural rules and regulations. Whatever he does, that is always right and perfect. He will do anything and everything and is never to be considered wrong. If he is seen to be wrong externally in the eyes of others, then that is all right. That is also right. Nityananda Prabhu became known by everyone as Avadut. Everyone called him Avadut. The people even forgot that his name was Nityananda. They would say, "Oh, Avadut is coming." This one is waiting for Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu appeared to the common people as if he were a mad Avadut. As he came to Navadvip at that time, Mahaprabhu had also came back from Gaya Dham. Mahaprabhu started performing Sankirtan every night in Srivas Pandit's house and showed his Krishna Prema to the devotees' assembly. Advaita Prabhu declared that Mahaprabhu was Bhagavan. Srivas Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit, all the devotees everywhere declared that Mahaprabhu was Bhagavan, and Mahaprabhu also showed them that. When the devotees understood the divine form of Mahaprabhu, they were very happy, and they understood that the Lord himself had appeared for bestowing his mercy to the world through Harinam Sankirtan. But Mahaprabhu was not showing his full manifestation as the giver of Krishna Prema. Nobody knew why Mahaprabhu wasn't widely starting his Sankirtan movement. But when Nityananda came, they understood the cause of Mahaprabhu's behavior. Mahaprabhu had been waiting for Nityananda. Mahaprabhu's dream. Nityananda Prabhu came to Navadvip searching, "Where is Nimai Pandit? Where is Nimai Pandit?" When he understood that Mahaprabhu was living in Jagannath Mishra's house, he hid himself in Mayapur to wait and see if Mahaprabhu would discover him. He went to the house of Mahaprabhu's dear devotee, Nandanacharya, and hid himself, telling Nandanacharya, "Do not tell anyone anything. I want to see what Krishna will do." That morning, Mahaprabhu told his devotees, "Taladwaja ekarata samsharera sara, ashiya rahilarata amara duyara." Last night I saw in my dream a chariot marked with the flag of a palm tree. In the chariot of Baladev himself. Within the chariot there was one Mahaprarusha, great personality, and he was searching for my house. That chariot came in front of my house and met with me. I have seen that Mahaprarusha. I am thinking that Baladev himself has taken the form of a Mahaprarusha, and he has already come to Navadvip. You go and search where he is. He must be somewhere in Navadvip. He has appeared here, and I want to see if he will discover me. The devotees searched everywhere, but they could not find Nityananda Prabhu. They were thinking it was simply Mahaprabhu's dream, and they had came back and told Mahaprabhu. We could not find him anywhere. But Mahaprabhu said, "It is not only a dream, it is a truthful dream. Nityananda is very powerful, and he is hiding himself. It is a very hidden matter, so I shall go to find him." And I will read this last one. Ecstatic embrace. Then Mahaprabhu went directly to Nandanacharya's bhavan, and there Mahaprabhu and his devotees saw Nityananda Prabhu seated on the veranda of the house. Nityananda had seen Mahaprabhu come and could not move because his heart was so full of ecstasy and the joy of Krishna Prema. When Mahaprabhu saw Nityananda, his heart was also full with the joy of Krishna Prema, and he felt very much intoxicated. They both fainted. Then Mahaprabhu came forward and embraced Nityananda, and they both fainted. After some time, they regained their senses, and they cried in the name of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu said, "I went to Vrindavan, but Krishna was not there. Then someone told me you were here in Navadvip, so I have come. Now I beg you, please save me." Nityananda Prabhu surrendered to Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu embraced Nityananda Prabhu with full love, affection, honor, everything. Both Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu took their divine forms, and the devotees understood that Nityananda Prabhu was not an ordinary sannyasi or ordinary brahmachari. They did not know Nityananda Prabhu at the time, but they saw Mahaprabhu's expression and Nityananda Prabhu's expression, and they immediately understood that. They had both appeared for the divine abode. In many places in the scriptures, it is said that Mahaprabhu is non-different from Krishna, Abhina Swarup, and in that way, they also considered Nityananda Prabhu. So we'll stop there. The next chapter is Mahasankirtan. So that was a very sweet, beautiful reading about the pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. Tomorrow is the Holy Appearance Day that we celebrate here in Salt Lake City, and I would suggest everyone to get this book. We have it at a lot of our temples, and it's really beautiful. You have any comments or anyone? Are you sure this is on? Okay.
There's a comment by Krishna Prana Devi.
Krishna Prana?
Yes.
Okay.
All glories to the Lord in the form of Sri Varaha Deva, the form who saved the earth from Hiranyaksha.
Mm-hmm.
Also
We can't hear you though, can we? Can we hear you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're talking in. I'm sorry.
Also beautiful glorification of the beautiful Lakshmi Varahadeva Shaligram Shila who came to SCS Math with the welcome of Srila Sridhar Maharaja to protect Goradeep, Boar Mountain. All glories to the Sri Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And all glories to the sweet servitors who constantly chant their glories and their pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
And then Sita Didi is also present.
Jai Krishna Prana Didi and Sita Didi Ki Jai. Jai. So now we'll sing Hare Haraya and finish our program. I think my voice has dropped so many octaves. I guess maybe because I'm sitting, you know. Jai, what a holy weekend. It's so cold out, but you know, the devotees in London, they all go out in the cold on Harinam Sankirtan, and they are amazing. And we have a small crew here, but be nice for that Holy Appearance Day on, Gaura Purnim also, but maybe we'll have the Sankirtan in here, but I don't know if we'll make it outside. Jai Shri Shri Gaura Chandra Ju Giriraj Ju Ki Jai. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopala Govinda Ram Shimanu Sundar. Giridhari Gopinath Madanamohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath. Lila Korila Prakash Anande Bala Hari Braja Brindaban Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya Harinam Sankirtan Kohe Narottam Das Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gora Haribo Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo Haribo Nitai Haribo Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Gora Chandra Jugiri Raj Ju Ki Jai Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Garanga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnu Par Paramahamsa Parivakacharvar Asatar Sata Shishi Mad Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnu Par Paramahamsa Parivakacharvar Asatar Sata Shishi Mad Shila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Shiko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Shri Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Shri Ekachakra Dham Ki Jai Shri Bamanpura Ki Jai Shri Apanya Dham Ki Jai Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai Shraddha Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai Oh, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Shri the holy appearance of Varaha Dev today and Nityananda Prabhu tomorrow Ki Jai. It's like a weekend festival. Actually, it's more than that. It's a whole month festival. We're always thinking about these holy days, the holiest of holy days. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Haribo, Jai Gurudeva Ki Jai.
And all the online devotees, Ki Jai.
Jai. Jai Shri Gurudev.
Parties, y'all.
For the Lord? What did he say?
What?
What did he say? Are we off now?
I asked him, he didn't say anything. He's being all close-lipped.
He's still,
We're still online.
we're still online,
Still
Prabhu.
being